Hi guys, Chess Learning for Life here, back with another video. So, to give you some context, this is my rapid game, a very important rapid game. It's my rank up rapid game, rank up to 2300. And yeah, this was a decent game, although it's not like the most flashy, but it's still very instructive on how to punish your opponent's mistakes. So this game started off with a winawer French. Yeah, as you know, I'm a French player for life, and here he goes for the main line, the poison pawn, which I respond with queen c7, and here he actually didn't take, which is already a huge mistake. So the best way to try and fight for an advantage for white is either bishop d3, which is trying to stop like knight f5, knight g6 kind of stuff, and it's just a very nice diagonal. If my king ever castles, he has a huge attack. Here I would go c4, kick the bishop back, play queen a5, force bishop d2 because of this fork, and he can't go knight e2. And then something like knight f5, develop my pieces, queenside castle, and hope that his kingside expansion won't destroy me. So another idea is to just take the pawn, take both of them. After I take here, you don't take back because there's a fork. Instead, you go knight to e2 to defend, which I will take another pawn. But now after f4, he has a very huge kingside. This h pawn is very strong, but black's chances rely on a rapid development, queenside castle, and try to fight in the center for d4, d3, and knight on f5. So this very dynamic style. So I think he didn't like that. But he went for the bishop trade, which is a very bad idea. Because after this bishop trade, look what he just did. His bishop was a good bishop because his pawns are on dark squares. My bishop is a bad bishop because my pawns are on light squares. It's literally blocked. It's the trademark of the French defense. This is literally a bishop that cannot come into play until like move 20 something, after like maybe f6 break and then e5, or some sortie of bishop d7, bishop b5, or something like b6, bishop a6 to trade it off with the knight undeveloped. But he voluntarily trades and develops my knight, and still he doesn't take my pawn. He goes knight e2. So now after knight f5, nobody's chasing my knight away, and my g7 pawn is protected. I'm not down any material. This is very good post. And this position is just great for me because white made a huge mistake of not taking the pawn and trading the good bishop for the bad bishop. So now after bishop g5, I just kicked it away because why not? And I took here. Now find a very good move for black in this position. Pause the video. So the amazing move, the kind of like hidden tactic in this position, is knight takes d4. Why? So the basic idea is just after knight takes, queen c3 check, the king has to come up to connect those rooks. And now I just take on d4, the rooks come into the game. I'm not scared of queen takes g7 because I can always just long castle and then maybe play down the g file or just move the king away. My king is safe, rooks are connected down the c file. So this is the idea. Now if he takes directly on g7, then I still have long castle. He still can't take because of queen c3 check, but then his king can't castle. So my next move is to take on e2 and then take on c2, and then maybe like move my king away, get my rooks in the game. So this is the best move right here. I went for the second best move, which is just queen takes c2, simply grabbing a pawn. Now computer gives negative 1.5 and knight takes d4 negative 2.7, mainly because queen takes c2 is simply just grabbing pawn, but knight takes d4 is like keeping the king in the center and trying to hunt him down, which gives more advantage because now after rook c1 his pieces kind of get active, but still in this position he can't castle. He went for rook c3 maybe to protect his pawn. Now went for a queen check. Now he should just drop back with his rook or his bishop, but instead he went for a very tricky idea, which is king f2. Now I'll give you a choice. Do you take the rook? Pause the video and analyze this position. Now here, the best way to play for an advantage is to actually just take the rook. Now this just proves that his idea doesn't work, but if you go like queen a2 or b2 to just simply save the queen, yeah, it's okay, but then reckon after rook a to c1. Now yes, I can take here, but like just why let him develop his rook? Like, oops, sorry, like maybe just protect this pawn, and now his position is very active. He has active counterplay, and suddenly it's not so easy to win with black. So here I just took, and here his best strat is to just go rook c1. My queen is trapped, I have to sack it, but at least I get 2 rooks for the queen, and then I can just develop my rook, just like castle in this position, and my rooks are very strong down the c file. My knight is very good, well posted. I'm not scared of bishop takes h6 because I have my knight defending here. But he went for knight g1. He was very, very jealous here. I'm not jealous, very greedy here. Now, yes, my queen is out of play for now, but after castles, move my knight away and fight for the c file because he has 1 less rook than me. Now after I get the c file, my queen is saved and his king is not so safe. And look, my monster knight is blocking his escape square on g3, also controlling e3, so he can't go up to the 3rd rank. So now after rook takes, I just go rook c2 check, and yeah, he just resigned here because here the best try is to just go knight e2, because if you move the king back, then I just take on g2. So after knight e2, I just take, put pressure on the pin piece, and yeah, how do you stop? Rook takes and queen takes. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this game. Feels good to share my rank up game to you guys. Yeah, I hope this video is instructive. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.